right now to entertainment news and Rick's reviews, and we have the 673rd Marvel movie coming on. I'm completely kidding. It's a huge franchise.
It feels like it at times, trust me.
It's been decades of comics and now decades of movies, but you know what? There's a reason for that. People love Marvel.
They do, when they're good Marvel.
Yeah.
You know, the interesting thing about this, it's coming out in October, which is that doldrums for movies. So that should give you a little bit of a hint. It's not as good as a summer blockbuster, but it's not bad.
Okay.
The problem I have with it is that Venom, The Last Dance, ends up being more like Thelma and Louise meets Spider-Man.
Oh.
The first 3/4 of it is a road trip of Venom and the character played by Tom Hardy, Eddie Brock, trying to get from Mexico to New York City.
Okay.
Don't ask me why. It's a plot point that makes no sense. But anyway, along the way they stop in Vegas. We get to see Venom dance. Anyway, it's a film that's really paced poorly because you have to get through the beginning of it to get to the. Now, when we get to the end, the action sequences are great. They're befitting of a Marvel movie. And the other problem I have is there are three minor action sequences as we get there, but all three of them were in the trailers for the movie. Venom with that horse, Venom on an airplane, and Eddie underwater fighting for his life. So we've seen all three of those. So that when you get into the movie, you think, oh my goodness, I've seen these things, let's move along. And the film does not have a proper pacing. It just sort of plods along. It's not dancing as much as it's sort of waltzing along till we get to the final, last act. And that's explosive. Now, this is the third film in the row, and there's talk that Tom Hardy's not going to play the character anymore. I want to tell people out there, if you know the Marvel movies, there are always secret scenes. There are two in this one. There's one that comes early in the credits, but there's one that comes at the very, like an hour and a half later in the very end. Trust me, I was standing with the crowd and we're all going, oh, let's get to it. But anyway, that one sets up, if they want to bring back the franchise in a different format, there's the clue to that. So this thing could keep going on. But the Venom films have never been that great. They've done well. Yeah. And they're produced by Sony. That character is owned by Sony, not Disney, and so it's not. They don't get the Disney push, that those kind of Marvel movies get. Again, if you're a fan of Marvel movies, this one gets there. You just have to be a little bit patient because the ending pays off. And again, if you've got the patience of Job, stay for the very end because that last scene is kind of important.
Okay. Yeah. So what would your grade be overall? I'm
giving it a C plus B minus, somewhere in that. I'm leaning back and forth on that. Again, it's the beginning that's slow. If it just the pacing had been a little bit better, but it's got a novice director, and she just missed the point.
That's too bad. Well, thank you so much for that review.
You're welcome.
And Rick will be joining us next week for Halloween to talk about your favorite spooky movie picks. But if we have to watch something this weekend, what's your top recommendation? Well,
I always say if you're new to the genre, I recommend Psycho.
Okay.
Because when you watch it, you feel like there's far more graphic gore and violence in it. But after you've seen it, you realize, wait a minute, it was all in my head.
Yes.
And so Psycho's a great an entry drug into that genre.
Perfect.
Yep.
Rick, thank you so much. With that, we're going to send it to break and be right back with our Pet of the Week.